I hear it now. This dedicated to all my sisters. As teenagers, even adults, any man spitting the right words like, I love you. Oh, sisters, we give it all up, or we're done, oh, we're through. But what we don't realize, see, we looking for divine love that can only come from the Creator. You see, He created all creation with love, girl, so whose love could be great? Aren't you tired of all these empty relationships? Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you too. You see, real love comes from the divine source. Real love is divine love given to you that caresses your soul. And
all right, y'all, we have our feature for the evening, and I'm really looking forward to her sharing love, sharing light, and it just being real good food for the soul, the spirit for the mind. So please give it up for Miss Tasleem. And much love to Dante, y'all.
Some people like to call me a poet, MC, a lyricist, spoken word artist, but really, I'm a storyteller. And not only do I like to tell my stories, but the stories of those who may never be in front of the masses. Those who may never be asked to speak in front of university classes. Those whose neighborhoods crashes. Those whose souls and egos clashes. See, I'm with those who never give up on their youth. Those who dig deep down for healing, for solutions from the roots. By any means necessary, they speak and they act on truth. Because sometimes through unknown vessels, God speaks. Through hard times and hard rhymes, truth leaks, words creep, warriors leap. Slowly and intensely planting words to evoke action and change. Spitting words into rainbows after the rain. Bringing back sanity after insane. Love and truth. So we breathe in ancestral fame. Firing words of warriors into flames. Getting down the trenches with grass. Grass is not greener, but brown from...
I'm Tasleem Jamila. I'm a writer, poet, spoken word artist, musician, MC, activist, educator, student, and mother, you name it. I'm multi-dimensional. I got started over, I don't know, it's been over 10, 13, 14 years. Because I've been saying 10 years, over 10 years for a while, so obviously it's over that. And actually when I started, of course, I started writing as a young child, around 8 or 9, writing poetry. I always loved writing, I always loved theater, I always loved the arts, acting, my first love, any kind of self-expression through the power of words, the power. Really got into actually what I'm doing today, performing and teaching workshops. I got into that as a young adult because I used to help promote events and help promote poets, and I decided this is something I could do to bring awareness to people, to social issues as empowerment. I wanted to use it for social awareness, for healing, for women's rights, for children, for what's going on in my neighborhood that I saw that could be changed. So my poetry is always not just I'm telling you about a problem, but I strive to inform, to educate, to inspire, and also maybe some form of my contribution to what a solution is.
And give it up, man. He has the country blues going. That's my mama. My mama's straight Mississippi, Chicago blues. So I grew up listening to Bobby Blue. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it, chased it, chased it, chased it, chased it. Never weak, she speaks from that ancient antique from the soul. So divine, reminding blind minds it's time to behold. See, she be straight on the path, so she never fold. Natural foods that exude from my body, so she won't corrode. The coat and coals of deception felt like I might just explode, but she was foretold that she'd be bestowed to unload these warrior oaths. Don't you know she got a spiritual flow of gold that make her lyrics superb like gold is some herbs on African fields. She filled with the words. From Tennessee to overseas, they bought my CD on the streets by the curb. Clear message with the flow so your soul not disturbed. She be ill with the rhymes, quite clever, never absurd. And voice so fluid like a beautiful bird. Tasleem Jamila, some of the best you've heard, some of the best you've heard. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it. I heard freedom in my soul, so I chased it.
They used to get down real gritty. See, life in the city was not always pretty. Some even call me sedity, like I was from the suburbs where they call blunts herbs, but some fake happiness, but they really emotionally disturbed, where there no sidewalks or curbs. You see, Chi-Town, Southside, so I have a happy childhood. My teen years, experienced some tricky living, grew up with close family and friends, and I got introduced to some backstabbers with sticky fibbing. Little girls fell face flat in the fantasy. The big city painted their cars sympathy theme you say was unforgiving. My parents had KKK memories from Alabama and Mississippi living. They migrated to Chi-Town for a better life.
It's a different kind of happy. It's a different kind, right?
Tasleem's mother, well, she was a very good baby. She had a twin, and they would get into things. And but she just was a good baby. I didn't even have to scold them or whip them or anything that much, you know. She was a good little girl. Very good, very smart, always was very creative and wanted to do things. She would like to paint and she would like to write when she was a little girl, when she was very young, and I didn't even know anything about it until she wrote a little poem when she was about 8 or 9 years old. I said, so that's good. It would sound funny, but I didn't laugh in front of her, so I had to go in the room and laugh, you know. But it was very good. But she was a good little girl, you know.
Yeah, I like her performances. They're very, you know, explosive, emotional, creative. It's just, you know, nice to see that coming from her, because I used to hear so much about it, and to finally actually see the people responding to her and that kind of stuff. It's like, wow. I would say just she's a little bit more creative with some of her things. I mean, although a lot of them touch on some of the same topics, it's just she puts that extra oomph, for my lack of a better word, in it, and she just has like a certain edge to her that people can kind of relate to a lot better than sounding like you're just kind of like reading or reciting something like some artists may sound like. She sounds like she's really into what she's speaking about and what she's putting forth. It sounds genuine, so I think that's what sets her apart.
At first, when she really was getting into it, now it's more and more she into it. At first, I was a little leery about her poetry, but at this point in her recent speeches and the things that I have seen and heard her do, I think it's just great, and I think she is really outstanding from what I can see. And I know she'll even get greater and greater, even as she go far, and her accomplishments going, I know, get greater.
So I think she's definitely passionate. She's purpose-driven. And the thing that I admire about her is that she doesn't let anything keep her between her and her Lord. And she definitely uses the gifts that she has been given as a way to exonerate that and to celebrate life and to inspire other people to live their most righteous self.
She have to remember who would have caused her to get where she's at, the great love of God, and Him being the center of your life, the light of your life. I just believe I had that faith that you couldn't help but to move from where you're at to continue to even go forward.
We met in Atlanta at a show that Jessica Cameron was doing called Spoken. And it was like a television live performance thing. And we met after the show. And she had her little girl with her, and I had my little girls with me. My definition of art is just the ability to expose the beauty in everything, even in hardship and in struggle, but be able to show the beauty in it. Whether you're doing that by singing or dancing or by writing poems or by writing films or acting or whatever it is, but to be able to reveal the beauty in everything. When I hear the phrase "my soul speaks," what makes me think about it is art, you know, that art is the soul speaking. art is a place by which the soul can jump out of the body and express itself and be free.
I sent a proposal into an organization called After School Matters to do a writing and performance program. And I was an independent instructor. And so the program required 2 instructors. And the person who received my proposal said that she was interested in me doing the work, but I needed a partner. And I didn't have a partner at the time. So she sent me the name of someone she wanted to partner me with. And I looked at the name and I was like, oh, she's going to partner me with some guy. And I didn't, wasn't really sure. And I was really kind of apprehensive and that kind of thing. And so I come to a meeting, and it wasn't a guy. Tasleem was not a guy. Tasleem was Tasleem. And it was funny because she saw my name, and my name is Evan, and she thought I was a guy too. So it was funny because that was kind of how we started our conversation, and we just hit it off from there. So we were introduced by the program, and we've just been cool ever since. We worked together, and it was just good. And I was just completely in awe of what a dynamic performer she was, the content of her work, the way she looped things together, the way she talked about her culture, about our culture, about movements, about femininity, about identity in such a really, really dynamic way. And she conveyed that to the students just so effortlessly. Like you could say, okay, we're going to talk about, race, and she would get up and drop a poem, and it would be great, And so we were a great tag team because I was able to do a lot of the literary and kind of more educational kind of side of things, and she was performance and passion, and she really drilled them and motivated them. And so, we were a good match.
As I walk through the slums, where spirits are numbed, where they die when they're young, where some don't even get out of the bed to the setting of the sun, or a setting of a mother's son, who America has shunned, who still question, has freedom really rung? Who are mostly the indigenous peoples of the earth whose ancestors walked to the beat of the drums. When they were birthed into this world, I swear their eyes were so wide and vibrant they could see past the moon. And now they're mentally, physically, and spiritually out of tune. They got a neighborhood triangle from home, storefront church, the corner store, where they give you salams, sell you salami liquor, and a pack of Moors, but their souls are searching for so much more.
My name is Khalid El Hakim, and I'm the founder of the Black History 101 Mobile Museum. I'm Tasleem's husband. The Black History 101 is a collection of over 5,000 artifacts, original artifacts of black memorabilia that date from slavery to hip-hop culture. It's a collection that started over 22 years ago now, when I was a student at Ferris State University. But I started collecting black historical artifacts when I was a college student at Ferris State University. That was in 1991 when I first started collecting. I did. I've been over 18 states in the past 8 years, and in some states, multiple times over, and probably over 30 college campuses, easily over 30. Taz and I met originally. We met in Chicago at the in 2006 at the National Hip Hop Political Convention in Chicago. And we actually met through Sam Greenlee, the author who wrote The Spook Who Sat by the Door, a very good friend of mine, someone I'd known since 2002. But Taz was interviewing Sam Greenlee for her radio show, and Sam introduced us just briefly. But I ended up taking a picture of Taz and Sam that day. And later on, after we got married, she showed me this picture. He's like, yeah, see, I know Sam Greenlee. I was like, who do you think took that picture? When I see her performing, I'm like, is that my wife up there? I mean, she's very powerful on stage. She's in her zone on stage. So I'm very, very amazed at what she brings to the stage, and I love to see how people react to her on stage. So she's a powerful performer, one of the most powerful female performers I've witnessed myself. I actually watched Jesse Jackson watch her on stage, and his mind was blown. So like I said, I like watching people watch her.
My name is D-Nick, the microphone misfit of FEW, original core 6 of FEW, and the Microphone Misfits crew. I'm a hip-hop artist, a writer, and youth theater director. A lot of spoken word artists, you know, stay in their box. And a lot of hip-hop artists stay in the box, and a lot of singers stay in the box. And Tasleem can adapt, and she sticks to her convictions.
And it's very inspirational, and the way she presents it is very powerful in the words that she says. She says it clearly with so much emphasis, and just the things that she does, it has power within them, and they move people.
I'm my mother's motivation. I got good inspiration to carry on my life in a good way and never let my morals sway. My potential is blossoming to full reality, to be a queen with the highest morality. Sometimes we have our ups and downs, but my spirit still rises to the top with leaps and bounds. We're the same, but we're not. Got her fiery spirit and dedication never to stop. She's passing the baton to me, and I proudly accept seeing the greatness inside of me.
Yeah, on my mother's motivation is where she sang and said some poetry, and she wanted me to come in and say something about her and like how she was like passing the baton to me. So we came up with it together. Like I told her mainly what to say, and she just like interpreted it in what sounded great. And I wrote that like so long ago. I was so young, and it was nice. It was when I first did, I was like nervous, and it was kind of weird because hearing my voice, but it was nice to do with her. And now that I'm older, it's nice to have, you know, to see that we did something together.
As a musician, you meet all kinds of people, you know, and you meet people who are lackadaisical, you meet eccentric people, you meet artistic people, you meet lazy people, you meet selfish people, you know, and I remember the first moment that I saw Tasleem, and there was a aura there that was pronounced and very distinguished. And, you know, as a man who studies spirituality, you can kind of intuitively feel a very powerful individual. And so I say fortified because that the strength of her being is the first thing that I remember feeling with Tasleem. That she was a very powerful individual.
All angles hit you from every degree. Poetically MC, I'm a lyrical healer. Empress emerging, magical miracles filler. Singing from souls of the masterminds, clashing lines, intelligence be passed to find a line.
For something that's danger, one with creator, and then it goes into my rhyme. I'm one with the one, and it will be me. Hit you from all angles, from every degree, because I'm one with the one, and it will be me. I kind of want to do it in the voice of, you know that song, oh, Black Betty, lamb to lamb, Black Betty at a time. So kind of that voice, like, I'm one with the one, and it will be me.
Okay.
So, and I might want you to harmonize, you know, kind of with me since you sing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, where you going to put...
That's what I was asking him.
Okay. So
he's basically saying, Jamila's coming with it. She's tight, you know, from Chicago, doing her thing. She's in the spirit of, what does he say in there? Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You know, that's what he's saying. Because I asked him what he was saying.
So you want him to be, because how many did you time this? Like how
yeah, I timed it. This is like about 40 to 50 seconds. No, that's not the whole. That's like 49 seconds. His lyrics.
Oh, it's 49 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Mine is like 49 and then 49. So it's like you know, each verse has sort of, the song with the hook could be about 3 minutes to 20 seconds. That's how much I want it, like 3:20, you know, with putting the, you know, the hook in there, and the ad-libs and stuff. So, and this, I have two. That was just one verse I did, and then I have another one.
Maybe you should start off with him.
Kind of introducing me. Say, okay. Okay, I'll do that. And then the legacy's the lion was slave. I'm mentally engaged, so they call me a sage. Not just a phase, light you can't wait. Born to elevate, cause the people can't wait. The masses grasp a new spiritual way. Watch you fold inside my mystical sway. I'm the madam, bless you with voodoo and Quran. The wushu, the Jew, do the poetry slam. The hay rule, the shoe move, the pinch of salam. I ain't gonna hit you from every degree, so your old self can't do nothing but flee. Cause I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. See, I'm the one with the one, and it will be me.
Tasleem, just say something so I can get some level.
Okay, cause I hear his voice, but that's okay. You can still hear me?
Yeah, now.
Poetically MCing, I'm a lyrical healer. Empress emerging, magical miracle spiller. Sent here from souls of masterminds, crashing lines, intelligence be past the fine. Align with cosmic order, I transcend the time, illuminate the blind. No compromise the grind, no water down the rhymes. Tapping in divine, ninja style front side, above and behind. All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. Don't ignore. Is it okay? Don't ignore. Want me to keep going? Try to get my levels? Okay. Don't ignore. I saw high. It's good? Okay. All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. So your old self can't do nothing but flee. Poetically I'm seeing, I'm a lyrical healer. Empress emerging, magical miracle spiller. I'm sit here from souls of the masterminds, crashing lines, intelligence be past the fine, align with cosmic order, I transcend the time, illuminate the blind, no compromise the grind, no water down the rhyme, tapping in divine, ninja style front sight, above and behind. All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. Don't ignore, I soar high on the feminine core. Fly high like the Moors on the eastern shores. The fear and the soul just got a divorce. I'm a fusion of a fighter, pure energy force. Still a lady lacing lyrics, pure synergy source. Nubian ninja native, manipulating nature. Brilliant, brave and bold, no reason some will hate ya. They know you major, focus is laser. For some there's danger, one way creator, one way creator, one way creator. So your old self can't do nothing but flee. See, I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. See, I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. Young age.
My name is Eliel Sherman Story. I am the owner of Transition East Studio, and I'm also a musician. I play saxophones and record and travel musically whenever it's worth it. Issa and his music really had an Eastern energy to it. And Tasleem, very powerfully, her vocals, you know, it's a perfect marriage. So I was overwhelmed that she asked to do the stuff here. Art is done a disservice when it's presented as entertainment, because it's, better said, it's entertainment, because you can find yourself and you can find your purpose and you can find your relationship of the world's people through art.
All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. Poetically MCing, I'm a lyrical healer. Empress emerging, magical miracle spiller. Singing from souls of the masterminds, crashing lines, intelligence be passed with the one, and it will be me. I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. Okay, what? All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. I'm the one with the one, and it will be me. I'm the one with the one.
Like, it sounds like
one with the one.
What, when I did the ad-lib?
Yeah, you said ignore, like, no, you missed it.
Do you want me to,
But everything else is cool.
do it, or just cut it so you can hear the word? Okay.
Yeah, watch.
All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. Poetically MCing, I'm a lyrical healer. Empress emerging, magical miracles filler. Singing from souls of the masterminds, crashing lines, intelligence be pacifying, aligned. The cosmic order, I transcend the time, illuminate the blind, no compromise the grind, no water down the line, tapping in divine. Ninja style, front side, above and behind. All angles hit you from every degree. All angles hit you from every degree. Don't ignore, I soar high on the feminine core. Fly high like the Moors on the eastern shore. The fear in the soul just got. Fly high like the Moors on the no, I soar high on the feminine core. Fly high like the Moors on the eastern shore.
Me. It's a bunch of ones, not one of the ones. Oh my God, this is like, I like it. So you doing old school?
My name is Issa Benjunio Amran. I am a music producer, composer, songwriter, engineer, and also a theater engineer. I actually met Tasleem somewhere between 7 years ago, I believe. I was actually doing a show that was connected to the culture center through our society called the Muslim Society. And they had a show called Speak, something of that nature. And I actually performed. And Tasleem happened to have liked my performance, but I also saw her perform, and I said, wow, who is that? And so I got my partner, my business partner, to give her a call because I was a little bit too nervous. Gave her a call, and she said, hey, I like your music. And that's how ever since then, we've been connected since then.
We had an all-female event, and somebody suggested that she come do the female lineup. And when she arrived, I realized we knew some of the same people. Like, I know some of her family members. I know who she's married to now. I guess it was 5 years ago or longer. She was not married to him then. But we had associates who were familiar with one another. She did a great show, and from there we continued to, I guess, work with one another. She's very spiritual as a person. She is probably an introvert. I hope I pronounced that right, but she's very connected to people. She's a great outreach person. She's definitely an activist type of person, even though she's an artist. They think artists aren't, all artists today, definitely on the hip hop side, are not, they're looking for pop sensation. I think she more is about speaking out. This is Lady Flipside. She was at the show when I met, I know her as Jamila. And Flipside, actually, the same way, coincidence, me and Jamila wind up working together. I wound up working with her, but she found out to be, she's like related through law, in-law. That's so
yeah,
we're like
found out we
second
were
cousins. Yeah. So same.
Tim and Jeannie, my Nubian. My stage name is Femc Flipside or Lady Flipside, and it's evolved to just Flipside. I'm a female MC. I represent here, Chicago, Illinois, Southside, Inglewood, and I've been doing hip hop in the city for over 11 years. It's our culture, it's our lifestyle. Everyone has a way of representing themselves, and you know, I know artistic is a word that's overused and used, but I feel like when you're a true artist and you can express yourself in an artistic way, that means that you're doing it like there's nobody else doing it the way that you're doing it. Like, there's so many people out here calling themselves artists or doing art or creating art, but what is art to them? You know, if it's something that everybody else in the world is doing, I think that true artists, are artistic in real life, are the ones that stand out and will never ever be duplicated ever again in life. Like from the people all the way from like the Leonardo da Vinci's and the Picassos and you know all of the people who have done it and that's what they do, those are the true artists, and I think that she is definitely artistic, to say the least.
Well, my name is Thorvald Johnson. I'm a member of the Eternal Sound family, which Tasleem is a part of, and I reside on the south side of Chicago. The Eternal Sound Family is an organization ran by Phil Coran, who teaches music and astronomy of the ancestors. She showed up at a lecture of my mentor, Phil Coran, one day. And then we met, and then we discussed that we had mutual friends. And, you know, we started actually practicing music together. And we started taking music lessons under Phil Coran together. And over the last few years, I've gotten to know Tasleem very well. And she's one of the brightest lights that I've seen in a long time. Because Tasleem stands for all that is right in the world. And she really is just a powerhouse for our people. And that's exactly what we need right about now.
Well, I first met Tasleem about about 2005. I met Tasleem about 2005 and got to know her, got to know that she was into the arts, that she loved music, and it was through her brother-in-law, John Jelks. I listened to her stuff, right? I listened to her poems, and when I first heard them, I was like, wow, it's a lot of words and stuff, and it hits you, and you hear it, and it makes sense. But then when some things I don't know, for myself, I listened back to a few of her poems, and I said, wow, I hadn't went through certain things that she said in the poem, and then when I thought about it later on, when I listened back to it, then it suddenly made sense. I was like, oh, okay. So it spoke to me, you know. And I think there's something in a lot of the things that she says that's for different people. You know, it's like the blues. The blues, like, I think it was Coco Taylor who said that she writes things, some things she may not have experienced, but she writes things for different people who may have experienced certain things, and they can relate to it, and it'll help them, you know. And, you know, I heard some stuff in something, I forget which poem it was, that one of her poems, but I heard something in it, and I was like, wow, I relate to this. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually do that, you know. So I think it's great. Love, I think all this stuff is propelled by love, because she's talking everything she's saying is because she's trying to communicate, and she's trying to give a message. And I think that behind all of this is love.
I was slowly slipping away, and I knew I couldn't stay, living in yesterday. I was slowly slipping away. I was drowning in my pain, till I woke up. I woke up to a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Waiting, wanting, yearning for that pure, true love that enfolds inside my soul, that makes you one. Man, I thought I was done, thought it was over. The journey has been so long. In past relationships, man, they've been so wrong. But with faith, I stayed so strong. My faith was solid. Ever unfolding, uncovering, rediscovering years of pain wrapped around my insecurities. So much trapped pain. I couldn't always see so clearly into eternity, or exactly where the blessings be. Never thought I'd have 2 marriages end in divorce. This wasn't supposed to be my course. In divorce court,